Now, a phenomenon not seen for nearly 800 years, I understand, is going to light up the sky tonight. Two of the largest planets in the solar system will come together in what is termed a great conjunction, and right in time for Christmas. With me now on Monday Lunchtime, I want to introduce you to Daniel Cunnama from the South African Astronomical Observatory. Daniel, good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us. What exactly are we in store for tonight?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So basically what we're looking at is the two largest planets, as you say, Jupiter and Saturn, and they're going to appear very, very close in the sky from the viewpoint of Earth. The closest they've appeared and been visible for 800 years. And, this happens about every 400 yees. So it's quite a special occurrence. You'll still be able to see that there's two planets, but it'll look like, a very bright object, almost like one star.
Can we go beyond very bright object? In your own words, can you try and explain to us exactly what this might look like? Because my understanding is we're in for a real treat.
Yeah, so if anyone's seen a planet on the sky, they're generally a bit brighter than most of the stars you'll see. For the untrained eye, it will look like a star. It's a bright star, and Jupiter is the brighter of the two. So you'll see a very bright object, which is Jupiter, a planet, and just to the right of it, you'll see a slightly dimmer object, and that will be Saturn. Now, if you have a pair of binoculars, or even better, a small telescope, you can take a look at these objects and you might be able to discern a bit more detail. So Saturn obviously has rings, and you might be able to discern an oblong shape. And with a decent pair of binoculars, you can often see the moons around Jupiter. So you'll see a string of small lights on either side of Jupiter, and those are Jupiter's moons.
So I could look at it with the naked eye. I can use binoculars or a small telescope. I don't need something powerful that perhaps you're used to working with.
No, not at all. So with the naked eye, it will still be fairly impressive. It's not something you see very often. You see these planets moving across the sky as they do day to day. But to see them this close is very, very rare, as we said. And it's just a special opportunity to go outside, look at the stars, and appreciate one of these big celestial alignments.
And I guess the critical question is, let's assume I take my pair of binoculars out tonight, which direction am I looking at?
Yeah, so it's visible in the west, just after sunset. So you're going to need a fairly clear western horizon. So if you can watch the sunset, and it's close to the horizon, i.e. it's not behind a building or a mountain or trees. So if you are able to watch the sunset, then in the hour or two after sunset, you'll be able to see these two planets in the same direction. They'll be very easy to see. Jupiter's one of the brightest objects in the sky. And yeah, that'll be where you have to look.
And if I was in Cape Town or Johannesburg or Durban, I would have pretty much the same kind of experience, would I?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, weather dependent, so it's looking a little cloudy in Cape Town today, which is unfortunate. And obviously, the Johannesburg, you've got buildings, so you really are going to have to work a little bit to get your western horizon. But the same experience all over the world, in fact. Everyone will be seeing this today.
I suppose in South Africa, the place to be would be Sutherland, probably.
Always.
All right, Daniel Cunnama, thank you very much indeed from the South African Astronomical Observatory just after sunset tonight.